Hi, Jessie lives at Blue Door Yoga and Wellness, and today I want to give you 3 tips on how to reduce anxiety, get better sleep, and just have an overall feeling of calm, goodness, and groundedness. I think all of us can use that a little more in our lives today. So 3 really easy tips. And they're all from different areas of yoga to help support a balanced yoga practice. So the first tip that I want to give you is meditate. I know every yoga teacher tells you to meditate, and meditating is not easy. It's not sexy. It's not fun. It takes some effort. No one sees you doing it, so there's just this sense that as an American society, we really don't want to spend our time meditating, but it really does work. So I'm going to give you some tips on how to meditate and how to make it easier and more accessible. So the first tip that I have is you don't have to meditate for a long time to feel the effects of meditation. So anyone who says that you have to meditate for 30 minutes or more, or you have to have a completely quiet mind while you're meditating, all of those are myths, and they're really not going to be accessible to you as a new student to meditation. Or sometimes even as an experienced meditator, there are days where it just doesn't happen. So what I would like to suggest is follow a guided app. So try Calm or Headspace or any one of those other meditation apps. They usually have a freebie version, and try that. And if you can only meditate for like 2 minutes, no big deal. That's better than nothing. So a couple of minutes in the morning, a couple of minutes at night, and you will really see what a difference that meditation makes for your body, mind, spirituality, emotions, nervous system, everything. It's a game changer, you guys. So just start with that, something really super easy. Guided meditation through one of the apps, a couple of minutes in the morning, a couple of minutes at night, and I would love to hear your experience with that. Second tip that I have is chanting. So there is a breath pattern called Brahmari breath or bee's breath that is by far the best breath pattern to counteract a feeling of chaos, anxiety, not being connected. This breath pattern is really wonderful, and there really are no contraindications for this breath pattern. Pretty much anyone can do it at any time of the day, any time of your life. So it is this beautiful, amazing, easy breath pattern that will really change everything. And I'm going to show you the breath pattern, and then I'm going to give you another little freebie here. You could make this breath pattern your meditation, so you can get a twofer. So you can do this breath pattern, which is also chanting at the same time. And if you do it for 10 minutes, oh my gosh, it's unbelievable. So if you could do this breath pattern for 10 minutes and make it your 10-minute meditation in the morning, 10 minutes at night, you're completely set. You did 2 things in one. So this breath pattern is this humming, buzzing noise, thus bee's breath, and it happens in the back of your throat, and it's very nasally, and it basically resonates through your skull. It's a really, really great breath pattern to focus on the throat chakra, and the throat chakra is really, really important to be able to speak your truth in the world. So I always close my eyes when I do chanting, pranayama, oftentimes when I'm doing yoga classes and I'm taking the class, I'll often close my eyes. Just helps me go inward, so I apologize. I'm going to close my eyes while I do this breath pattern. So whenever you're doing any breath work or chanting work or meditation, really nice and important to have a long spine. So you can see that I'm sitting on a bolster. My knees are lower than my hips, so I'm sitting on the front edge of the bolster to get an anterior tilt to my pelvis. And with that, what I end up doing is I create a long spine for the breath to move up and down. So, Brahmari breath. You do it on your exhale. So, your mouth is going to be closed, you're going to inhale through your nose, and when you're exhaling, you're going to start making this buzzing, high-pitched noise. So here it goes. Here's what it sounds like. So as long as you're exhaling, and don't make your exhale something that is pushed or ragged at the end, so allow it to naturally taper off so that you still have a feeling and a sense of spaciousness when you finish the breath pattern. And you could hear that it was this like high-pitched humming. It, like I said, it resonates through the skull. It starts bringing some warmth to the throat chakra. And if you want to layer it with your meditation, like I said, if you can do 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes at night, oh my gosh, that is the best thing to do with a mantra. And if you can't do that, 2 minutes in the morning, 2 minutes at night, great. And if at any point during the day you're feeling kind of stressed out, not grounded, pull in your bees breath. If you're not going to layer it with your meditation, you're going to do them separately, then do your meditation in the morning and night, either with your app or without, and then you can do 3 rounds of this breath pattern, which is also a mantra. So you can do 3 rounds. You inhale. While you're exhaling, you do bees breath. You take another inhale once the breath tapers on its own. Exhale, do another round, and then finish with a 3rd round. But really, if you could do 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes at night, oh my gosh, game changer. Final thing that I'm going to give you to help with anxiety and really help to calm you down is Viparita Kirani. Viparita Kirani is a legs up the wall. It's a yoga pose, and I would say do this for about 15 minutes at night before going to bed. I like to do it with a bolster up against the wall. You don't need to have a bolster. You can do it with no bolster in place. So I'm going to show you with the bolster in place only because it is definitely a lot harder to get into the pose with a bolster than it is without the bolster. So wherever you are, you're going to, whether it's sitting on a bolster or not sitting on a bolster, you're going to bring one hip up against the wall. So here I have my left hip against the wall. I'm going to take the corresponding arm and move it behind me. And then, if you're on the bolster, that's what you want to do. If you're not on the bolster, then you're going to, you know what? Everyone do this. So you have your hip against the wall, arm goes behind you. Actually, I'm going to bring the arm out, and this is what I'm going to do. You bring your sit bones up against the wall. So my sit bones are now touching the wall. And then you come down to line
on your side. So keep pressing those sit bones up against the wall, and then on your inhale, you're going to rotate and allow the legs to come up. So my sit bones are right up against the wall. This may not be available to everyone. If you have really tight hamstrings, you may have to have the sit bones a little further from the wall so that you don't have a 90-degree angle between your torso and your legs. You may need a deeper angle. So this is what works for my body, but if you're feeling like, wow, this is just a lot happening in the backs of my legs, you could shimmy your sit bones away from the wall so that you have a deeper angle. So now from here, what I like to do is bring my arms into cactus so that I get a little bit more opening across the heart. And then this is your Viparita Kirani, or Queen's Pose. And it is a really, really, really wonderful pose to help calm you and give you a better night's sleep. So there are some contraindications for Viparita Kirani. If you are on your period, please don't do it. It's contraindicated for that time of the month, but pretty much other than that, there are no contraindications. Anyone can do this pose. It helps reduce blood pressure, it helps reduce anxiety, helps with sleep, helps balance hormones, so many amazing things. So those are the 3 tips that I have to help you calm down and quiet your mind, feel more connected and grounded, and move through your day with a little more spaciousness and focus. I would love, 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 love to hear if you are doing these and how it may have shifted your mindset, your emotional state, your mental state, your sleep patterns. Any feedback that you can give me, I would love that. You know, I love hearing how some of these tips are helping you or not helping you, and what else you'd like to see from these videos, from Blue Door, from other teachers at Blue Door. We're always here to help you. That is really our mission. So try these, let me know how things are going, and as always, take good care of yourself.